Hi everyone, welcome to Amala Movements. I'm Charlotte. Today we're going to find our strength with this fiery flow. Let's get started. So we're going to begin today in an upright, comfortable seated position. Bringing your hands to your knees, and we're going to go straight in with finding some very easy and gentle shoulder rolls. So as you do this, just make sure that your circle is going forwards, upwards and back so that you can really melt down through the shoulder blades. Let's close the eyes. And I invite you to try and find this movement almost as a moving meditation. So they don't need to be ginormous circles, just enough to find that movement in the body, to start ironing out those gristly bits in the shoulders, and most importantly, to synchronize and become aware of your breath. And as we are here today together on the mat to talk about finding strength, I want us to begin by remembering that this strength is already inside of us, and that it always starts with the breath. Strength starts with the breath. Let's take a few more big, precious breaths. A few more shoulder rolls. Coming into stillness. Starting to blink the eyes open. Take your time to do this. And let's bring our left hand to our lower belly. Inhale to stretch the right fingertips all the way up towards the sky, creating this space in the body. Synchronize with your breath. As you exhale, use your core to twist yourself to the left. So really twisting, stretching as far as you can, and then lower your right hand down towards your right knee or your shin. Take an inhale, create space and length, and exhale, untwist. Right hand to your lower belly. Inhale, left fingertips up towards the sky. Pause for a moment here. Tune in, check in with how this feels. Exhale, you twist. Gently draw your belly in towards the spine. Twist as much as you can, using your core to help you. When you can't twist anymore, bring your left hand to your right knee or your right shin. Inhale to create space, lift and lengthen. And exhale, undoing and untwisting. Coming onto all fours, move mindfully, move as you are. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips, and already engaging through the fingertips. Clawing through the fingers, take weight out of the wrists. Find awareness in your belly. Drop the belly, lift the hips, open the chest. Take a beautiful breath in. Exhale, cat pose, round the spine. Look in between your legs. Inhale, drop the belly, lifting and opening the heart center. Exhale, round the spine. Let's take one more cat-cow, nice and slowly. And I want to bring us back to this awareness of the breath. Strength starts with the breath. So can we really tune into the present moment and move one breath at a time? That's all we need to do. We're going to finish in our cow pose. So with your belly low, your hips and chest high, send your gaze forwards or diagonally up. Keep your hips lifted and very slowly bend at the elbows and bring your chin to the floor. Keep your bottom up towards the sky. Look forwards and then, like a caterpillar, slide yourself long along the floor and bring your hands in line with your shoulders. Rest your forehead down and take a moment to adjust your hips so that your feet and your legs are turning inwards. So big toes pointing together. Roll your shoulders back. Inhale. Press through the tops of the feet. Lift yourself up into a small cobra. And we're going to take a moment here to really tune in, to revisit how this feels right now today. Finding that ignition, that core nice and awake, strengthening the back muscles. Stay with me. Think about drawing the wrists down towards the hips. Press through the fingertips so we engage the biceps and the triceps. Open up through the collarbone, look forwards for an inhale. And exhale, bow the forehead down. Take a moment to relax. You can wiggle the hips. You can shake the arms. Do what you need to do. And let's go one more time. So press through the tops of your feet. Remember, big toes rolling in, pointing towards each other. Roll the shoulders in towards the back. Inhale. Draw the wrists towards the hips. Lift the chest. So you can stay here, or to really feel that fire, that strength within you, can you lift your left hand away from the floor? Keep the chest lifted. Exhale, lower the left hand. Inhale, can you lift your right hand? Keep pressing through the left fingertips. Smile. Exhale, lower the right hand. Can we do both hands? Inhale. Lift the chest a little bit more. And exhale, lower the hands and then lower the forehead. Press yourself up onto all fours. Send your hips back to child's pose. Knees can be together or wide, whichever works for you today. Come onto your fingertips. So lift the palms of the hands away from your mat, stretching out through the armpits. Look forwards. Inhale, press yourself up onto all fours. Tuck the toes. And slowly rock yourself up and back to a downward facing dog. Take an inhale in and an exhale. Soften the shoulders, relax the neck. You can gently shake your head from side to side, dropping your right ear towards your right shoulder and then your left ear towards your left shoulder. Take one more cycle of breath here. Strength starts with the breath. Look forwards. A big inhale and step your right foot all the way up in between your hands. Step your left foot a little further in so that you can plant your left heel down into the mat and keep your right knee nice and bent. We're going to move slowly to build up this strength, control, and awareness of the body. Roll up through the spine. Keep your legs strong. Keep your right knee nice and bent. And when you get to the top, lifting your arms up above your head. Coming into Warrior One or Virabhadrasana A. Soften the shoulders down in towards your back. Take a moment to notice your hips. So thinking in particular your left hip squeezing forwards, your right hip squeezing back. Stay strong in the legs. As you exhale, bring your palms together. Your hands pass through Anjali Mudra, a prayer position, and this takes you into Warrior Two. So you can slide your left foot back to deepen your stance. Nice wide legs. Sinking down into your right knee. Pause. Exhale, bring your right elbow to your right knee and your left arm all the way up over your head. Sink down through your left shoulder. Drop that into your back. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, we're going to, like a windmill, circle our left arm forwards, down and up until it returns to where we began. An inhale. Exhale, circling it down and all the way up, and then pausing. Resynchronize with your breath so that you can exhale, circle it down and back up to where we began. Sink low in that right leg. You can slide the left leg back for more length, more space. Let's take one more cycle. Excellent. Inhale with me here. Exhale, bring your fingertips to the earth, just your fingertips, either side of your right foot. Pivot on your back heel, so we're in a nice low lunge. You can lower the knee if this works for you. Roll the shoulders in towards the back, open through the chest. Plant the palms, bring your right foot back, either to all fours or to a plank position. Now we're going to hold here for 5 breaths. Engage your fingertips, round your upper body, so really press through your shoulders and send your heels away from you. So we're not up on the tiptoes, but really engaging the legs up and, really engaging the heels back and away from you. Good. For 3, 2, 1, lower the knees, chaturanga all the way down. Inhale, upward facing dog. You can take a wiggle if this feels nice. And exhale, lower the forehead, press yourself back onto all fours, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Take a moment to tune back into the breath. Feel and experience the breath in all of its power. Look forwards, inhale. Step your left foot all the way up in between the hands. Bring your right foot further in so you can plant down through the right heel. Ground down through both legs. Feel this connection to the earth. Round the spine. Try and keep the legs still. And roll all the way up to standing. Keep bending in your left knee. When you get to the top, straighten your arms up above your head. Reach through the fingertips. Exhale. Slide both shoulder blades into the back. You can always come back to your shoulder rolls that we began with if that helps you to remember about your shoulders and to let them melt down. Bending into your left knee. Take one more cycle of precious breath. Hands come down through Anjali Mudra. Sliding your right leg back, opening your stance, arms open wide, Warrior Two. Sink low into your left knee. Just check that your left knee is going over your pinky toe, so it's sending outwards, opening in the hip joint, and then lowering your left elbow to your left knee and bringing your right arm up over your head. Sinking your right shoulder into your back. Inhale. And exhale. Drop your right arm forwards, down, back and up, and then pausing back where we began. Inhale. Exhale, dropping the right arm forwards, down, back and up where we began. Inhale. Sink low in the left leg, taking a circle of the arm. Slow and controlled movement today. Last cycle, exhale. Inhale when you get to the top. Exhale, bring your fingertips to the earth. Pivot on your back knee, come into your low lunge. Roll the shoulders in towards the back, lifting the chest. Exhale, slide your left leg back, either for our modified plank pose, with the core engaged, still pressing through the fingertips, pressing and rounding through the shoulders, or our full plank pose. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Look forwards, shift forwards. Take your knees, chin, chest, or a full chaturanga. Inhale to your upward facing dog. Exhale, lower the forehead down. Press up onto all fours. Tuck the toes, send the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Reconnect to your breath. Feel all of your fingertips pressing into your mat. Imagine your armpits facing each other, so outwardly rotating the arms. Great, nearly there. Can we hold for one more cycle? Lower the knees, of course, if it's too much. Look forwards, bend the knees, and it's almost as if we're coming to all fours, but not quite. So what we're doing is hovering the knees just a few centimeters away from the mat. Press through your fingertips, take weight out of your wrists. Imagine you're balancing a glass of water on your lower back. So holding still, invite in all of these shakes. For 5, 4, keep lengthen the neck. 3, 2, smile. 1, lower the knees, cross the ankles, rock through onto your bottom. Bring the soles of the feet together. Drop the knees out nice and wide. Sit up nice and tall. Interlace your fingers, and you can wrap the fingers around the big toes. Close the eyes. Take a big inhale. Exhale to relax the shoulders into your back. Allow your thighs to feel weighted. You can visualize or imagine them dropping down towards the earth. Open your chest, widen your collarbones. Blink the eyes open. Use your hands to help bring your knees back up. And now that we've slowed down the breath a little bit, keep it slow, keep it chill. Come onto your bottom with your feet together, your knees up towards the sky, and hold opposite elbows underneath your knees. So we're wrapping up really small. And we're going to have a play of sending your weight back so you can come onto your toes. So lifting the heels away from the floor. So this may mean that you rock all the way back and you fall over and you feel a bit silly, but that's fine, we're human. We can have fun with this. So this is about testing and playing with our balance. And you may feel confident to start bringing the feet further away from the floor, so the shins of the legs are in line or are parallel to the mat below. Again, if you roll onto your back like Who cares? It's fine. So you can stay here, or we can work towards holding the back of the ankle and straightening one leg. And maybe swapping, or even both legs, nice and straight. Opening through the chest, can we tap back into that slow, soft, easy breath? And when we talk about finding strength, it doesn't need to be harsh and quite, vicious on the body. It can be soft and gentle. We can find ease and mindfulness. Let's take one breath, whatever variation you're working with. Slowly lower the feet to the earth. Shuffle your bottom into the middle of your mat. Slowly come all the way down onto your back. Bring your hands to your belly, feet mat distance apart. Synchronize with your breath. Inhale. Exhale, drop both your knees to the left. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, drop both your knees to the right. Inhale, come back up. Squeeze your knees in towards your belly. Have a gentle rock from side to side. Lower the legs down, back to your mat. Straighten the legs out long. Stretch your arms up above your head. And take a big stretch for 5, 4, 3, 2, stretch through the fingers, 1, and then let everything go. Drop your arms down by your side. Let your legs hang heavy. Notice how the breath is feeling, how the breath is now traveling around the body. Perhaps the breath is feeling louder or quieter. You might be breathing faster or slower than you began. So there's no right or wrong experience of our yoga practice. It's all about listening, noticing, and tapping into how we're feeling. Sending your awareness back to your breath. And if you haven't already, we can start to slow it down. Breathe deeply. Let's bring the palms of the hands together. Lift the thumb to your third eye. And just taking a moment of gratitude for yourself. Thanking yourself for finding this strength within you today. And maybe this came quite easily and was welcome today, and maybe not, but you did it regardless. So thank yourself for showing up. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Namaste.